Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently on a journey to get ourselves some piety. And of course we need the piety to do struggle clashes, of all things, up over here. I really didn't expect to still be able to do struggle clashes, but here we are. So that seems reasonably fine. Are these fake factions? Yes, these are fake factions. Okay, that's good to know. So this ransom is acceptable. What else do we have going on here? Absolutely not on the vassal and rival. Yes, this is acceptable. This is fine. No issue here. And no on this one. Okay, cool. So we're going to proceed forward here. We do have some amount of gold. We do, of course, want to... Lollards? In the Duchy of Cornwall? Awkward. What twisted mockery of our faith is this? That's a ways away, no doubt about that. There's not a lot we can do about that. Low supplies, huh? So apparently there's a seagull that we found and their supply is low, but our caravan leader is upset because it's bad luck to kill a bird at sea. So the low supplies are going to reduce our travel safety by 5. It's probably okay. Probably. If we die, that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world because we're going to be able to change our capital back at that point. So that is reasonably fine. This is not acceptable. They are a vassal. This is not acceptable. Not acceptable. Okay, so we could definitely drop the pilgrims off at the closest shore. Converting them, 87% chance. We'll try it. And we succeeded. Our pilgrimage became very pious, and we gained 250 piety. So that is absolutely great. We're very, very happy about that. Okay, what do we got going on here? This guy is a count. Nope, get out of here. And a duke. No. So we're going to continue to upgrade, of course. Ideally not down here, since we're not going to be holding that. So we want to go through and get these upgrades up here, but if we need to upgrade down there, if we just can't spend our gold for whatever reason, then that would be fine. But we do have plenty of upgrades to do up this way, so I'm fairly unconcerned about this, to be honest. So this is still upgrading to a level 2 castle. Got it. We should be basically out of gold now, and that is indeed the case. So that seems fine for the moment. Where are we in our pilgrimage? Okay, we're still heading through the Mediterranean here. Cool. Our regent has unsuccessfully furthered our mandate. We have a regent still? Our son is our regent. Oh, right. It's while we're on this journey. I'm dumb. Okay. Yeah, our son can do this. That's absolutely fine. Our son is taking over. That is our heir. He's selfless as well. Do we want to lose our favor hook on the King of Burgundy? I have a question. What happens if we do this? We ignore this for the moment. We bump his feudal taxes up, and we use our hook here. We modify the vassal contract. We no longer have a hook. And then we lose the favor hook that we don't have. This is really gamey, right? And this is not something that I'm going to do in the future. I'm just wondering, are we still going to get to 20 opinion modifier? And what happens to the hook that we don't lose? Because there is no hook. Oh, he no longer owes us a favor. His request is no longer valid. Okay, good. I'm glad it works like that. Fantastic. Good job, Paradox. You saw that one coming. I like it. That is very good, because I would not be happy if that worked. So we're going to head on over to Jerusalem. Here we'll be arriving shortly. Excellent. Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, we have walked the holy path. Indeed. So we're going to get the pilgrim trait. That gives us 5% monthly piety, which is reasonably nice. And of course, we're going to just do piety stuff here. What do we got? Exotic wares, huh? Remarkably exotic wares. Or we become more pious, and that is why we're here. We want additional piety. So that's absolutely great. We're going to say worldly possessions. How mundane. We didn't get a lot of piety out of that. That's for sure. But we're going to get all the piety that we can. So what else do we have going on here? Becomes more pious. This person would lose their witch secret, which seems fine. Gaining 76 stress, I'm completely okay with. 250 piety, and our pilgrimage becoming more pious is good. We led communal prayer. Okay. Sounds good. Anything else going on here? None of these are going to gain us additional piety. So we're not going to risk the wrath. Sounds good. Okay, so our piety is going to be over here. Or rather, we didn't get very high up on the piousness, unfortunately. It's a little unfortunate, but we did manage to get plus 20% piety activity rewards, so 1671 piety. And we gained the pilgrim trait, of course. So we need to head on home now. We can't launch any wars until we make it home. But we did get the Saint achievement. Okay, pretty sure we already had that one. Yeah, we're a religious icon now. No. Get out of here. Okay, we did finish a faith conversion, though, and we should probably continue to work on those. So we're going to continue to convert down over this way, and we're doing cultural conversions as well. We have a stewardship perk available, and for the time being, we will take defensive measures. Okay, so we're at 5,955 piety here. We did just inherit this county, and we're just going to grant that right on off. Phenomenal. So that's all good. I do want to get additional upgrades going here, of course. So we're going to upgrade a blacksmith. What else do we have? There's definitely a few additional upgrades that we can do out over here. For sure. So this all looks good. These are all upgrading currently. Upgrading. Yep, we'll upgrade here. This looks good. Actually, hang on. No, we can't cancel that. We should have done the temple upgrade instead. Oh well, we'll try to remember to get that one as soon as we're done here. Temple upgrade here. There we go. We'll get that one anyway. So that seems good. We do have this ransom. Get out of here. You're a vassal. You're okay. That seems good. And you're okay too. So, once we arrive, we can definitely declare war on things. We just inherited this county as well. Okay. That's a lot of stress. No, we're just going to lose some stress here. That's fine. We'll hand out this county. No problem. Cool. And we're going to be arriving back quite shortly. There should be no real danger here, of course. In theory. Now, to be clear, we could have gone up to Santiago as well and then gone home. And maybe we should have, in retrospect. But we could go to other holy sites on the next one. So that ransom actually timed out on us. We're going to decline this one, and this one, and this one's okay. Looks good. No problem whatsoever there. So we'll be arriving home very, very shortly here. Excellent. Once we do, of course, we're going to immediately declare war using our piety, if we have enough. I think maybe we do. What do we got here? Okay, we visited the capital of the Empire of Hispania. Yeah, that's definitely a thing that happened. That's also our capital, so it's not surprising in any meaningful way. So on Brittany, we can struggle clash this for 5,985. That's virtually our entire amount of piety for right now. But that does get us a lot of territory. This is all ours de jure, though. So one wonders, should we do that here? Or, alternatively, should we go for rightful ownership as soon as we have matriculations here? How long would that take? 15 years? Because then we'd be able to go after all of this. What was that de jure drift? 60 years. Okay. I mean, 20 is less than 60 by a significant margin. So one has to ask if we want to use our faith on that struggle clash. I think the answer to that is it's sufficiently far away that it probably doesn't matter. Because the ideal scenario here, right, would be that we would end up getting rightful ownership basically right now. That would be obviously unrealistic, but ideal scenario. We would get rightful ownership right now. which would allow us to press our de jure claims on the Kingdom of Aquitaine here. So we've got all of these de jure, and we would be able to group all of those together and press all of that. Then we would use our freshly expanded borders with France to declare on France and Struggle Clash, which would get us all of these border counties as well as this one down over here. And that would be the ideal way to proceed here. Obviously, that way is currently impossible because of our technology. And I think the technology is sufficiently far away that it doesn't actually matter whether we do this or not. Who else are we going to Struggle Clash against? Sardinia and Corsica? Like, that's not a lot. The HRE? I mean, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counties out of that. 3,000 piety to do that? This would cost virtually all of our piety, but it would also get us a lot of territory. So, I mean, we could also come down here and Struggle Clash this guy for prestige, and that's absolutely something we want to do. We could put this on hold, but I don't think there's a reason to. I really, really don't. I think we just go for this. We take this territory, and then if we choose to go after de jure over here, it'll be fewer wars. If we could play this more optimally, I would love to do so. Unfortunately, I don't believe that that's currently possible. The King of France joined in on this, and there's 54,000. Okay, that's adorable. So we're going to go to like 70. Sure. And in we go. Oh, we're still gathering. Hang on. Stop that. Stop gathering. There we go. Phenomenal. What is this ransom? Sure, this is acceptable. So now the question is, where are their soldiers? Here are the French and some Aquitanian, or rather, Britannian soldiers? Yeah, those are Britannian. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to split off our trebuchets and a standard-sized siege force, probably around 25k looks decent. Just enough to hopefully not be stack-wiped if we get caught. And these guys are going to come up over here and look to fight France. Now, Brittany does not have their main forces there, I think. They only have 10k. Their main forces are here. I believe it's France that doesn't have their main force here. Okay. We're going to head up to the north here and see what we can catch, if anything. We don't want them to get the angle on us over here going after the siege force, so we're cutting across this direction. And looking to maybe catch them up here. Do we actually think we lose this? There is a river crossing here. They are defending in forest. Defensive buildings, fair enough. Better army commander, higher quality? Arguably, yeah. Okay, so we probably do end up losing this, I think. It's likely preferable to loop around like this. At least then we won't have the river crossing. The other thing that we can do, of course, is raise up a few additional levy troops over here. It's because of the quality of this. Crossbowmen? Okay, we don't have all that much cavalry. So that's noted. Sure, showing Countess Joanna. That's fine. We'll take her prestige. Excellent. And her gold, actually. That's good, too. So we're raising up these forces over here. We're keeping an eye on these guys. And at this point, I want to head this direction. We're just moving to counter their movement here and shield our siege force. We're not actually looking to fight them just yet. So now that we have 60,000 troops here, what I'd like to do is catch a partial of their force. I don't know how viable that's going to be here. But even then, I think that we do likely end up winning this. This looks solid. Maybe. Actually, we don't catch this. We are taking attrition moving out over here, which is painful. I'm going to turn around, and we're going to head back over this way. I don't want to get too separated from our siege force. I'm actually okay with not fighting them here. For the moment, anyway. Until we see a decent opportunity. We're getting a lot of war score from just sieging right now. Are they going to siege this back? If they do, that's a good opportunity for us to move in. Do we go in here? Maybe. They do have a better army commander. Do we have anyone who's better here? This guy has flexible leader, so he's good in mountains and desert mountains. Hills, wetlands. So this area is, of course, going to be in plains. No defensive terrain here. We're going to head around over this way instead. They're actually moving in here. This is a huge misstep on their part. So they're going to arrive here before we end this, but the advantage should start to shift before then. Yeah, and this is just free at this point. They made a big misstep there. I like it. So that looks absolutely solid. This could end the war. And it does. Fantastic. So we're going to enforce those demands and disband our troops. Now we're going to have to hand out some territories here, obviously. So we're going to do exactly that. We're going to grant all of these out over here. Struggle clashes are kind of good. No doubt about that. I'm absolutely shocked that they let us struggle clash after ending the struggle against non-participatory struggle members. That's wild to me. We're 12 out of 13 domain right now. So we could definitely consider coming over to, like, Fraga here. I don't know what this... Okay, 100% chance. Do it. We'll revoke that. Excellent. So, checking in on these cultures up here. These are all still Aragonese. Sure. That seems reasonably fine. So that struggle clash against Brittany got us a good amount of territory, right? No doubt about that. There's still a number of de jure duchies here. And we may be best off still struggle clashing. I'm not sure. That's going to be cheaper, but we are very low on our piety now. As a hypothetical, obviously we're not going to do this, but as a hypothetical, for France, we now have a decent amount of struggle clash available. If we're going to struggle clash, though, it's going to be on these guys down here. Hang on. Does this guy have a modifier that gives him the ability to struggle clash? I think it might be somewhere in here or in our house, a timed modifier. We might not be able to struggle clash forever, in which case we should do this as much as possible right now. So I do want to go after this guy with a struggle clash. That'll be fine. And we're going to drop a rally point here, raising men-at-arms, and at least a few levy troops. How many do we even think we need? This is sufficient. More than sufficient. So we're going to head on in. His capital is now down here. That is noted. And we'll see where he shows up. So this is going to get us really, really close to getting the Empire of Maghreb. Between that and fighting these guys out over here, that probably will do the trick, actually. So we do see some forces down here. Let's head on down and hit his capital. There's also these guys sieging over here. We could certainly fight them. So that's what, Ghana attacking them? No, what war is this? A holy war for the Duchy of Timbuktu. Okay. And also a conquest. So they're in trouble. Very clearly. They are very, very much in trouble. We'll keep this poem close. Excellent. These guys are running away from us. They do not want to fight us. I mean, we are the preeminent power in the world right now. The HRE is substantially weaker than us. Mongolia is at 17,000. Yeah, we are significantly the preeminent world power. So that's great. That's the siege of their capital done. So now we're going to have to head back up over here. It's a bit of a run. No doubt about that. That said, maybe we shouldn't be going up here just yet. We could come down over here and siege this. We definitely could. I don't think it'll end the war, but it might be useful. It's definitely going to be a little slow to get around over here, though. And that's to be expected, to be honest. No trouble there. Selling trivial titles is definitely something we're interested in doing. We'll see what happens with that. Sure, this guy can get a level of fame. Whatever. Promote culture task, finishing up. Excellent. So we're going to come back up over here, and we are going to continue to promote, not cultural acceptance, promote culture. There we go. Excellent. So we're going to get these counties converted on over to all being Basque. That is the idea here. They will bask in the glory of being Basque. That's definitely how this works. So Arwan is now under our control, and we are going to head on down over here and come siege over this way. Bit of a journey to get there, but that's fine. Cool. We can also extort subjects, and we definitely should do that. Now, where are my loyal subjects? Why take a little when we can take a lot? And we have a lot of gold right now. We just got another 450 gold because our son found it exploring the northern tower. Yeah, we definitely believe that's how he got 450 gold, which is enough to build a blacksmith. We definitely believe that. There's no doubt about it. There was no crime involved at all. We can get some upgrades going down this way. It's not going to be magnificent for us once we move our capital back, but it's fine. It'll be okay for the moment, and in the long run, it will eventually get us enough resources. So that's reasonably fine. We'll get these blacksmiths building, hunting grounds. That all looks good. Yeah, we've got a lot of gold to spend here. No doubt about that. So we can go through here. Got about 10,000 more to spend. Okay. We're definitely getting to the point where it's becoming more difficult to spend our gold. That's a very good problem to have, of course. So we're going to... Nope, I don't want to move you. I want to check to see if we can do additional upgrades. And we can. So we'll definitely look into getting those done. These are all currently upgrading. Yeah, that's to be expected. So, as I said, it's getting harder to spend our gold. Everything that can be upgrading in our personal domain now is, and we still have an additional 5,000 to spend. So we could look around for locations with empty holding slots and build city holdings in them. That seems reasonably good to me. So what else do we have? Here's a city holding. Perfect. We've got building slots available here, but that's fine. For the time being, I'm not too concerned about building slots. We'll just put in holding slots for the moment. Wow, 2 over here. Okay, sure. It's a lot of cities. No doubt about that. Ooh, here was one. Excellent. We are getting close to running out of money, but we have not yet. And we do want to construct a city holding down here. This looks empty, but it actually isn't. It's kind of hidden right there. Excellent. What else do we have going on here for empty building, or rather holding slots within Hispania? I'm not going down into Africa just yet. There's probably a lot of them down in Africa if I had to guess. But for the time being, we'll just check up in Barcelona. These areas are higher development, so it is technically better for us to be down here. What are you building here? Oh, that'll be a temple. Okay, that's fine. That was, of course, required that they build a temple there. So we'll build another city holding. We've got enough gold for one more. Okay. Yep, one more. So that'll do. There's our gold spent. Excellent. Hi, buddy. What you doing over here? He's doing nothing of note. Okay, that's... You keep doing that, bud. I'm not sure why he's doing nothing of note. He must be trying to come down here to stop this occupation. Probably giving up on our war. I mean, he should. He's not going to win. That's a guarantee. He's definitely not going to win our war. So if he's just giving up on that, he's then looking at this and saying, well, maybe we can stop that from happening. And maybe that's true. These guys are coming back up over here, which will hurt our war score eventually. Their sieges are going to be mildly slow, but they'll get that. Yeah, 4 months. We are arriving up here, though, and we'll be able to get both of these in quick succession. I don't think we'll get that before they cap this back, though. Yeah, it's definitely not going to happen. That's very sad. We did just finish a convert faith task, and we are certainly going to continue to work on that. So we're going to hop down over here. Excellent. And then that brought us to 85. It's going to drop again because of this. Yeah, down to 68. That's sad. I think that would have ended the war if they hadn't have taken that back, but whatever. We're going to have to hand out this county. We don't want to hold it. There we go. Yeah, that's up in France. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we definitely don't want to hold that. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, okay, we have a clogged throat and we're having trouble breathing. Well, we're 44 and we're in fine health. We'll probably recover from that. But for now, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue our African conquests for the time being. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.